Yo, what is up guys, it's HB here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 most realistic driving games on Roblox. Let's go ahead and get started. Now before I actually do start this, let me just go ahead and mention that in this video, we are going based off of how the game looks, and lighting and stuff like that, and detail put into the game. We're not basically going on chassis, on how realistic the chassis is or anything, or anything like that. We're going based on looks and lightings and details. That's what we're mainly focusing on here. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so the first game we're going to start off with is a game that a lot of players know that I hate, and that is going to be none other than Midnight Racing Tokyo, so aka MRT. So the reason why, I'm not going to say exactly why I hate this, I'll say that for another video. That's if this video does good or not. So yeah, I'll say that for another video, but as a lot of people already know, this is probably one of my least favorite racing games and driving games on the platform. Simply because I just don't like it, and like I said, I'm not going to get too into that because that's for a separate video. But yeah, basically, one thing I will gladly admit though is that the graphics and lighting stuff like that on this game is absolutely pretty freaking crazy. It's actually really well, and the detail is also pretty crazy too. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, this game has a lot of effort put into it, and that's something I gotta give credit to this game. But yeah, let me just go ahead and show you guys some gameplay and show you guys how the lighting is and everything. And yeah, I'm just going to say it's definitely a really well detailed game. And yeah, I absolutely love the lighting. I love the lighting. I don't necessarily love the game, but I do love the lighting, I will admit. Now, as you guys can see by just the gameplay and how by me being in the game, you guys can see how pretty well the lighting is, and it's definitely a really well lit game. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really beautiful. Yeah, but of course compared to the other ones on the list, this is just the beginning, I'll just say that. But yeah, I will admit, this game does have some very nice lighting, especially during at night. I'll admit, in the day it looks pretty mid. I'll just say that might spark a few arguments in my comment section, but that's me being honest. I do think in the day it looks pretty mid, but at night it does look really beautiful, I will admit. So when you guys join the game and it's like daytime, and you're probably gonna be like, oh, okay, this looks a little weird, and he's probably really overthinking about the whole thing, about how lighting looks and everything, probably overreacting. Well, I'm going to say now that I didn't say that, and I'm saying that the lighting during the day looks mid, but, well, that's in some spots. And I think I don't know how to pronounce it. Forgive me, children, I am not a Japanese kid. Yeah, Tokyo, it's in Japan, yeah. Right? Yeah, Tokyo's in Japan. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Yeah, I'm not a Japanese boy, so obviously I'm not going to know how to pronounce this, so you guys are, you guys are more than happy to make fun of me in my comments. So, I'm going to say this the best I can. Ichikowo. You guys can definitely just look at the graphics and admire it. It's definitely one of the most pretty well looking game. It's definitely a beautiful looking game. I mean, there's nothing much to talk about. I mean, we are just talking about graphics. Now, the reason why I'm putting this at number 5, or yeah, the last spot on this list, the reason why I'm putting this at number 5 is simply because, don't get me wrong, graphics and everything looks beautiful on this game. Like, as you can see, I'm in a tunnel right now. Or maybe, well, I don't know, because I'm playing this game as I'm talking, so it's not going to line up as well, if that makes sense. But you guys are probably going to see during the video that, yeah, this is definitely a beautiful game. And, yeah, just looking at the graphics in the tunnels are freaking beautiful. And, yeah, so the reason why I'm putting this at number 5, I'm sorry for talking so much. The reason why I'm putting this at number 5 is simply because there's no, like, interior like that, and on the, like, surfaces of the map and stuff like that, I mean, they're kind of mid. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I think the detail on, like, the rocks and stuff like that is very nice, but it's like the grass is kind of okay. The grass is not really that great, and there's no interiors on the cars, but you guys have so many body kits and stuff like that for these cars. Like, I think the R34 has, like, a lot of body kits that you can do, and it just looks so freaking well. And yeah, I'm going to admit that some of these things do look really nice, and it's just very well detailed. This game gets a lot of, like, pretty decent updates, and then it's like every update has like over 100 body kits for the updates or whatever, and it's kind of insane. So yeah, I definitely got to give credit to that. So yeah, I definitely got to admit that this is a pretty detailed game. I'm not going to lie. You know, just to check out the graphics, some of that. It's definitely a game I suggest checking out for lighting and graphics, because this game looks beautiful, and it is definitely a chill game to play, which I will move. I'm not going to get too much on that because that is a separate video that I am going to be working on soon. So yeah, whenever that comes out, then yes. But yeah, in terms of lighting and graphics and detail, definitely got to give this game some respect. But one thing, or a couple things or so. The thing is that the cars don't have interior. The cars do not have interior, and the grass looks kind of flat, if you know what I mean. But yeah, definitely overall a really well made game, and definitely really well detailed, I will admit. I'm talking through this a lot more than I should, so I'm going to try to get through this a lot quicker. I am so sorry for talking so much on one game, so let's move on before I start getting hated on even more. Alrighty, next up, what we have next is Accelerate X. I've already mentioned this game in the past, and I've got to say that it is definitely one of the most realistic games. And this was really hyped in the past, because of like how much detail there was for it, and like all the details put into this and everything. This was really hyped up in the past, like a long freaking time ago. And it definitely still holds up. I will say, it definitely still holds up. That is kind of the whole reason why it's on this list. It does still hold up after a good few years. I think it's like 3 years now. Maybe 4 or something like that. It's held up. It's really held up. And it still does hold up. It's a really good game. Really detailed. I think the only reason, like the only thing that brings this down is kind of like the old buildings, like the old like free models of like the buildings. I don't want to say they're free because they're definitely not free, but like they definitely look like models and buildings that are probably from like a 2008 Roblox game, if that makes sense. So I think that's the only thing that holds the thing down in terms of graphics and detail and stuff like that. I think that's the only thing that holds it down. But other than that, this game holds up really nicely in terms of graphics and detail. The sounds of them is also really freaking good. It's definitely a very good detailed game, which I really suggest you guys play. In terms of the graphics and stuff like that, the game itself is really fun to play, don't get me wrong, but if you're here for graphics, I definitely suggest you guys check this game out. One thing I will also admit is that even like interior detail is like really freaking insane as well. Like this game has got a lot of freaking detail, and with the interiors, like it's really well, and the animation to like driving is also really, like it's just really smooth, really well made, and it's honestly pretty shocking that this was made like a long time ago before detailed car games were even like coming to existence. Like yeah, I get it, you had Driving Empire, but Driving Empire was still, it was, I don't want to say it was mid, because Driving Empire's always just been like that game known to be like really detailed and everything like that. It's just kind of been known for that, and like I fully get that, but like this game was still being hyped before Driving Empire. Like that's pretty insane. But yeah, it is definitely a game I suggest you guys try out and join to see what you guys think in terms of the detail. And yes, I know people are going to get really mad at me for putting this above MRT. I fully get it, but this is my opinion at the end of the day, so leave me alone, children. And you have different camera angles, which is also really freaking nice. It does add on to that detail and time put into it, all that. Like, yeah, it's definitely up there, say the least. Yeah, again, definitely suggest you guys check this out. And yeah, now I know this is kind of a little bit shocking that it's up this high, or up this like far up the list. But trust me, it's definitely worth it once I show you guys the other stuff. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on. Alright guys, so for the next game, the spot number 3 on this list is going to be a pretty underrated game called The Ride. Now this is a pretty underrated game, I'm going to say. And this game is pretty dead. It's a pretty dead game. I don't think a lot of people actually play this game. I think there's like maybe 100 players playing this, maybe a little bit less or more. Okay, I just looked, and there's like, at the moment of recording this, there's like less than 400 people playing this. So it's a pretty underrated game, I'm not gonna lie. But there's reasons that kind of bring this game down, and I'm going to show you why. So the main reason why this game kind of gets overlooked and something that people don't like is that there's no option for automatic. This is a completely manual game that you guys have to shift on your own. So yeah, you guys literally have to use E and Q to shift. But look, here's the thing. It is extremely well detailed, and I definitely suggest you guys give it a try. So yeah, here's a good few shots for you guys, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the little sound or whatever. I don't even know, but take a listen. game is very, very well detailed. Working speedometer, like, and just so much detail put into the bikes and models themselves. It's just really, really freaking well made. And yeah, it's definitely a game I really suggest you guys try out. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the I think it was number two spot. Also guys, something I do want to mention is that you guys can also mess around with the settings. Now this is something you guys do have to buy, but if you guys do go into the store, there is a pass that you guys can buy called advanced lighting, which you guys can mess around with the lighting and the sky changing and all that. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the lighting and stuff, so yeah, that is something that I do want to mention that you guys can also do, but unfortunately it does cost Robux. And it's not that expensive, but it's kind of expensive. It's 150 Robux to buy this, but if you ask me, it's pretty worth it. Alright guys, and next up, we have a game that it has been pretty forgotten, but it is definitely one of the most better looking games that has definitely been forgotten. It's a really forgotten game, which I'm going to admit. And this is pretty cool. So here's this game called Allure V. Now I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong. I don't know if it's like a whole different language or something like that. But this game is called Allure V, and it is definitely extremely detailed. Now this game's not really a racing game. It is a driving game, but man, it is so detailed, and it's really fun to just mess around in. This game is I think this game is discontinued, unfortunately, because this game was last updated 9 months ago. So unfortunately, this game is pretty discontinued, so I don't think this game will get any more updates, but you never know. But this game has some pretty good lighting, and I think it's very underrated in terms of like looks and stuff like that. I think it's definitely a game that a lot more people should know about. And yeah, I definitely suggest you guys try this out. It's definitely like a Need for Speed type of game, and which is something I really like, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I definitely suggest that you guys play this and just check it out. This game is dead, but what's something cool about this game is that this game actually has Lambos, which is pretty cool. This game has Lamborghini and McLaren, it has Pagani, and there's Audi, which is, yeah, pretty cool. I do think that I think the Bugatti that was in here at one point is unfortunately gone, so I don't think you guys can drive a Bugatti in here anymore. But there's definitely Lambos in here still, and it's pretty fun to drive. And it's just really detailed. It just looks so freaking good. But yeah, I'll drive around for a little bit so you guys can admire the detail and everything. And yeah, let me go ahead and play this game with some sound and everything, and let me guys show you how it is. But yeah, you guys can definitely see the detail and the effort put into this game. It is really, really well. It just gives some Need for Speed vibes, if you know what I mean. It's just really, really nice, and it's really relaxing. I don't know. It's just something about it. It feels really, really good. Now, there is one thing bad about this. And it's not only that it's pretty much discontinued, but there's something pretty annoying about this game. And that's every single time you die, is like, you don't have to be in the car. Like, you can be out of the car and you can just die or reset or something like that. And then once you die or reset or whatever, you spawn a car and then your view gets stuck like this. It should show on my screen now, but yeah, your view gets stuck like this, and it's pretty annoying. And literally, you guys have to rejoin the game to fix it, and it's really annoying. And this game is, of course, like unfinished, and it's just not fully done. So that is another thing that's also really annoying. So you guys do gotta be careful when you're playing this, because when you're driving around and everything, you guys do gotta be careful, because you will easily fall off, and then, like I said, you'll have to rejoin to fix your camera and everything. And it's just a really glitchy game, but then again, the game is technically just meant for showcase, so you're not supposed to be technically like driving fast or whatever. You're kind of just supposed to like chill and enjoy it, which is kind of the whole reason why it's on this list. It's for you to enjoy the lighting and everything, and to admire the lighting, admire the detail and everything. And yeah, that's technically the whole reason why it's on this list. So yeah, I know I'm talking a lot about this, so let's go ahead and move on. Alright guys, and for the last game on this list, this is going to be a game that will 101% break your computer if it's not good. So if you guys don't have a good computer, I do not suggest playing this game. So my computer is pretty decent, that's why I'm in this game. So this last game is going to be called Downtown Central, and I've got to say that the graphics and everything on this game is absolutely incredible. Now this game probably looks very familiar to you, but that's because a long time ago, like a few years ago, this game was hyped up as one of the most detailed, if not the most detailed and most realistic game on Roblox. So yeah, you guys probably saw the hype around it. Now there is one huge and major downside to this game. It costs 500 Robux to even access it. So, yeah, if you guys don't have the Robux, then, you might want to go, end up saving your mom's pocket money and your mom's credit card money and everything. So, yeah, it's pretty expensive. Now, now, there's another thing about this. This game is not discontinued. It's still being worked on. And right now, it is 58% completed, as it says in the description. As of right now, it's 58% done. And yeah, but this game absolutely gives some of the most realistic Need for Speed vibes I can ever imagine. It's just so nice, and I don't know, the cars you drive when you when you spawn in, there's two cars you get to drive, and they're the same car, just different wraps. It's like a Camaro, I'm pretty sure. I think it's like some kind of like Camaro looking car from like what I see at the back, like a Camaro, maybe like a Corvette C8. I don't know, it's cool. I mean, I don't know what the car exactly is supposed to be. I know it's like a fictional car, but when you guys look at it from like the back and the front and the side, it looks like a whole like modded Camaro, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just play some audio on what it sounds like and everything, and let me just show you guys this. This is absolutely incredible. Now, you guys might have been able to see that basically you can only play this game if you have a Louis Vuitton or Gucci laptop. I'm surprised mine is still holding up after this, But yeah, I definitely suggest you guys play this if you guys are able to handle it, of course. Don't play this if you're playing on like on your like I don't know, if you're playing on your like your school Chromebook or something like that. I don't suggest you play this. And yeah, now I think the main question that a lot of people are wanting to ask me, since I am pretty much I bet I'm like the only person watching this video, or the only person that is a part of this video, or anything, or involved with it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be asking me if this is worth 500 Robux. What I will say is that it's definitely worth it if you want to know, like, the amount of detail that's being put into this game, and knowing he's still working on it, knowing that pretty much no one plays this, which I don't blame him. I mean, I don't blame the game, because, I mean, it literally costs 500 Robux to access it. So, what I will say is that I would say yes. It's yes, because you're kind of tipping him. Think of it like this. Think of it as 250 Robux. Would you play this for 250 Robux? Personally, I would. And then you're kind of giving him giving the creator or creators a $250 like a 250 Robux tip, because of like how much effort is being put into it and everything. And yeah, and he's still, and the person that's still making this is still developing it. So I mean, what more can you ask for? It's definitely awesome to see that the guy is still working on this game, and I'm honestly excited to see the finished project. So yeah, I definitely say that this is definitely the most realistic Roblox driving game on the platform as of right now. Yeah, because there's more games, and there's one that I'm going to be making a video on whenever it releases. If you guys want to watch that video, I'll probably have a card or something like that on the top right. I think it's top right. Yeah, top right, which I don't normally do those, but if you guys do want to watch it or see what I'm talking about, then card will be on the top right. But yeah, yeah, if you guys do want to see another maybe a part 2 of this, then leave a like. Let's see if this video can get 100, maybe let's see 200 likes. If this video gets 200 likes, I'll do a part 2, or like maybe something similar to this. Leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord server, all that you already know. And yeah, have a great day, everyone, and peace.